What is not okay when you're in your 30s? I had a friend who was in his 30s and still lived with his parents. He had a decent job, but spent all his money on video games and other hobbies. He didn't pay rent or help with bills, and his parents cooked and cleaned for him. He would often complain about how hard his life was, but refused to make any changes. One day, he called me in a panic because his parents had told him he needed to start paying rent or move out. He was furious and said they were being unreasonable. I tried to explain that it was normal for adults to pay rent, but he wouldn't listen. He ended up moving in with his girlfriend, who was also in her 30s and lived with her parents. They both refused to get jobs and spent all their time playing video games. Eventually, his girlfriend's parents kicked them out and they had to move into a small apartment. He called me again, complaining about how unfair life was and how he couldn't afford to live on his own. I tried to help him find a job, but he refused to work anywhere that wasn't his dream job. Eventually, I had to cut ties with him because he was dragging me down. Last I heard, he was still living in that small apartment, refusing to work and blaming everyone else for his problems.